Good day, Miss. Me and my team members are going to present the project for the Project Management for Business Analysts. My group members are KANG, BRYAN Yong, Tan Chi Hao, and Tan Yen Hui.
Hi, my name is KANG. Now I will explain the executive summary part. According to the COVID-19 pandemic, it's become more serious because many people do not follow the social distancing from the government advice. Therefore, we are planning to develop an application that uses Bluetooth RSSI signal to scan for the nearby user or mobile device and warn them by vibrating their phone mobile device when other user or mobile device come near with them within 1.5 meter. Our goal in developing this application is to increase the safety consequences of the people during this pandemic and to prevent the spread of the COVID-19. Now I will pass this to next presenter.
Hi, my name is Tan Hui. Now I will present the scope statement for the version 1. Our project is planned to develop an application. This application will ensure social distancing is appropriate between people by scanning the distance between mobile and device through Bluetooth. User can adjust the distance within 1.5 to 2.5 meter in the application. When the distance of the user's device is lesser than the distance they adjust, the device will vibrate and use the Bluetooth RSSI signal to alert the user. The application will update the newest guidelines, news, and statistics in daily, weekly, or even monthly about COVID-19. Users are required to create an account by using their email and handphone number for recording the status of the user. For the version 2, it includes all the features in version 1. Besides that, if the user have positive feedback after doing test COVID-19, the application will update their status automatically. The users can check how many COVID-19 cases are within 1 km surrounding them and search COVID-19 cases in the specific destination by enabling GPS in their device. The application will generate a report about the path and timeline that the user has walked in monthly. If a user arrives at a place that is known as a confirmed area, the application will notify the user to have a PCR or RTK test before going to other place. Thank you.
Now I will continue explain the project developers of our project. For the initiating state, our cost budget is 0 because identify the team member and select the project title does not need the cost budget. And for the planning state, our cost budget is 320 ringgit, and the 200 is used in the design project ideation poster, and 120 ringgit is create the word breakdown structure. For the executing state, our cost budget for define user requirement is 2,000 and define the system and service requirement is 3,000. Application design is 10,000. Assign development staff is 10,000 as we use 30,000 for the start developing our project, and we also use 2,000 budget to develop unit test plan and using product specification, and 3,000 for the develop integration test plan using product specification. And we also use 2,000 ringgit for the test module integration and for the identified anomalies to specification. And for the monitoring and contouring state, we estimate we can use 3,000 for the checking and debugging the application and the deployment methodology, 4,000 that used in secure deployment resources, and 5,000 used in train support staff. And we also estimate we can use 30,000 for the deploy software such as upload in any app store, example such as Google Play Store or iOS App Store, and do some promotion advertising of our application. And for the closing state, the cost budget is zero because we just complete our application development. So that's all for my part, and I will pass to next presenter. Thank you.
My name is CHEE. I will present the project schedule. Our project starts on 4 January 2022 until 23 September 2022. For the first step is initiating, have the identify the team member and select the project topic. Next step is planning. Design the project orientation poster, environment score statement, create work breakdown structure, training copy. Next step is executing. Have the concept, define user requirement, refine system and server requirement, application design. And then is application development, assign environment staff, and staff developing. Next step is testing. Develop unit test plan using product specification. Develop integration test plan using product specification. Retest modify code. Test module integration. Identify anomalies to specification. And the next step is monitoring and controlling. Check and rebuild the application. Check the progress of the project. Development. Determine final development strategy. Development methodology. Secure development resources. Train support staff. Deploy software. For the last step is costing. Completed the application development. Next is project resources. For the first is personal resources. Have the total salary of the 5 staff in this project. So is the cost budget is 108,000. For the outsourcing resources is the cost of the of working with outsourcing company. They have the cost budget is 47,000. For the software resources, the total cost of developing the app have the budget is 62,000. The total resources is the 217,000.
Hello, Miss. My name is BRYAN, and now I want to present about the risk and issues management plan. And the first knowledge area is integration, and the risk is lack of resource allocation. The root cause is working on an application that is more advanced than our company that hasn't developed. And the risk mitigation is we should monitor the project resource put out the project like tracking resource availability. And the second knowledge area is scope. And the risk is we may add unnecessary features. And the root cause is the addition of features may have additional risks such as additional cost, time, and human resource. And the risk mitigation is we should focus on the main feature first and the priority task. And the third knowledge area is time. The risk is wrong timing to launch the product. And the root cause is competitive products are yearly released to market than us. And the risk mitigation is we should do some research and planning before product release. And next knowledge area is cost. And the risk is estimating area of cost. And the root cause is lack of experience of our group and the need to allocate work to subcontractor and hourly rate vary in different regions. And the risk mitigation is we should use a parametric modeling method to estimate the cost need. And the next knowledge area is quality. And the risk is the software issues or server is down. And the root cause of this risk is a bicycle machine losing power and issues with the operating system or overheating. And the risk mitigation is we should monitor the temperature of the room where our server is stored to avoid damage. And next is human resource. And the risk is employee stress. And the root cause is employee working overtime longer than agreed upon hour. And the risk mitigation is we should assign worker for different shifts. And next knowledge area is communication. And the risk is the team member may leave the group. And the root cause is they may disagree with other team members when discussing the project. And the risk mitigation is we should having good communication with the team member to give all team member a plan or suggestion with the same opinions. And next is risk. The risk is ignore the risk of the entire project. And the root cause of this risk is the first time doing a project, we may not consider the possibility of risk. And the risk mitigation is before starting the project, we can carefully analyze the risk of the project and prepare for the risk that may be unstressed in. And next is procurements. And the risk is inaccurate internal requirements analysis. And the root cause is the project manager underestimate or overestimate the requirements of the project and poorly express the design requirements. And the risk mitigation is the project manager should do the requirements analysis to identify what is needed in the project and present the requirements properly before outsourcing. And last knowledge areas is stakeholder. The risk is stakeholder may reject the project. And the root cause of this risk is stakeholder may reject the project because the project has not fulfilled their requirements. And the risk mitigation is project managers should conduct a meeting with stakeholder regularly to understand the requirements of stakeholder. And now I will pass my mic to my group member, Joshua.
Hi, my name is Joshua Pong. I'm going to present the poster version 2 of our group project. First, I'm going to talk about the problem, which is Malaysia faced COVID-19 and this pandemic became more serious because people didn't keep social distancing. As mentioned by my group member before, what we can do is we plan to develop an application that can scan for nearby mobile devices and vibrate to alert the user. They could create an account to check the cases of COVID-19 and generate a report. The impact of our group project is Malaysians can be able to maintain social distancing more accurately during outdoor. Malaysia able to prevent the spread of COVID-19 disease and reduce the chance of contact with confirmed patients and increase people's awareness of keeping social distancing. We also wish to help ensure that business can remain open safely. This is very important for people who are at higher risk for severe illness from COVID-19 and finally to ease the burden on healthcare system and workers. The methodology is we can get more people to use our app through social media or advertising. More than that, we can let the users to rate or comment our app to improve our system. Create a teaser landing page before app launches. The most important is we need to find a government department as our partner to achieve our goal. We can also hire a PR firm to handle some problem. In addition, we could host an app launch and invite some celebrity to share our app. Finally, we can create a YouTube account to introduce our app. That's all for me. Thank you. That's all for our group presentation. Thank you.